Hey guys, it's Brent. I'm back to talk again about mock contest. Today I want to talk a little bit in more detail about some of the villains and some of the things that you'll have to face in this mode. As you can see, this week's boosted units are power and technical. So technical is kind of the main one because the first few and the last one are tech. So tech is boosted here and up here at the end. So some of the best units to use are, ranged, Denki, and Dabi for early on. Shoto is solid for later in terms of a free-to-play character, but really the tech lineup is kind of weak. World Hero Mission Shoto can deal more. Endeavor is probably your best bet if you're premium, but you really need Lance card to make him super useful, and you've got to build him a lot. So for tech, it kind of comes down to your highest BP characters, which it does in most of them, but early stages can be people like Denki, people who can shoot ranged attacks. Later on, you're going to want heavy hitters. Shigaraki's also good, but as you can see, my BP on him is pretty low, so he won't be nearly as useful as the others. As for other types, power, Ochako is very solid. You can see the highest damage on this battle was Ochako. I can't really do too well as her, but it depends on how well she's built and her cards and everything. But she can be quick, and she can also last. All Might is really good for early floors because he can dive in and attack, but he can also deal sustained damage if you're good. I like Hato. I'm still kind of getting the hang of her in this mode, but I would say those three are your power types that you want to focus on here. So free to play is Ochako, and All Might is more premium. As for speed, Izuku Midoriya can deal good range, well, not ranged, but he can teleport in, so he's good for low floors, but he doesn't have quite the damage to handle higher floors. So some other good characters are World Hero Mission Deku. He can do low and high floors if you play him right. Stain is a good premium unit who does rerun. He can do well. Mine's not that great, but really speed Tenya Ida. He trumps out all of the paid units on this mode as well, and he's probably the most important unit of any type for this mode, so make sure you farm him up. Your first couple battles are going to be straightforward, just beat the enemy. Here's Denki using his ranged attack to take that out pretty quickly. So that's why, some ranged units are pretty solid early on, but, if they don't deal enough damage, they're not going to hit these later guys. There isn't much to talk about Giant Villain. Steel Bulwark can come in at you and cancel your attacks and stuff, so he is kind of a pain to fight. Don't let your guard down. Your goal is just to take him out and avoid those hits and those stuns. So, yeah, I'm not doing too great, but you're mainly just trying to deal damage. He does go invincible sometimes when he gets into low HP. It's possible to circumnavigate that just by dealing a lot of damage. So that's a good thing to aim for. And the one I really want to talk about in Division 1 is Sludge. He has he has Sludge Mud Tornado, and that happens when he's around 20 to 25 health bars. So essentially, and I can't really pull this off as Shoto, but the way you want to fight him is getting him down. Like, see, I have him at like 28 here. You want to get him down to right about when he's going to use that tornado and then take him out in one hit. Obviously easier said than done. Certain characters can handle that well. Characters with heavy damage hits like World Hero Mission Deku is the one I use. It's really hit or miss, but that saves you a couple seconds and gets you a much higher score on him. Alright, now going into Division 2, the early fights are pretty similar again. There's not much to say about any of these. Just dodge and fight, right? Try to deal a lot of damage. The last guys at the end can be a little difficult. I guess Hanzo, I'll try to give a quick demonstration. So Hanzo's main thing is his invincibility timers, which come with the water tornado, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's a better word for it. I'm an author and I'm missing out on it. I'm used to whirlpools being underwater, so, you know, who knows? Not me. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, yeah, so you basically just want to avoid his hits, but when he gets up on that water tornado, you can't hurt him, avoid it, don't die, and he gets a little weak after, so that's when you want to hit him.
Don't let your guard down. I got you. Let's go.
Now for Division 3, the first few are pretty straightforward, but it gets tough at the end. So going into Momo, she honestly is one of the hardest fights for me. I don't know why, but she has high defense and it's pretty tough to break her shield. So I'm getting through her shield pretty quickly here actually, but you know, she lays down traps. Make sure you avoid those and just try to deal as much damage as possible. You know, hit her when she's weakened too. So yeah, I only have 30 seconds left, so this is a pretty tough fight, and I never get very high points on Momo, even when speed is boosted. But for me, it's just about winning the fight, getting as many points on it as I can, and moving on to the next one. So the next fight is Bakugo, and he's pretty tough. I will try it with Shoto, but yeah, he's got some invincibility timers. He deals a lot of damage. Make sure you look away from that flash bomb. If you get hit by it, the screen goes white, you get stunned. He'll do that throughout the battle. So here, I'm not doing a great job avoiding damage. That should be one of your top priorities. But also, he has a lot of health, and you don't have much time to beat him. So you gotta make sure to deal enough health or enough damage as well, while dodging, right? So he can get pretty tough. The main difficulty I have with Bakugo is it should happen soon. Just deal a little more damage, and here, there it is. Yeah, I think it's when he refills his shield, but not always. It's confusing. He lights up like that. You can't hurt him when he goes invincible, obviously. And then he'll shoot a bunch of attacks that deal a lot of damage, dodge them, and I didn't. So that's how you fight him. He's tough. I don't win every time. It might take a few attempts, but you'll get him. And you can always go a little bit lower on the difficulty too. So there's that. Up next we have Nomu. As you can see, I didn't take on the top one because speed is weakened. Here, power is buffed.
It's over! I am here! Are you ready? Are you ready? It's over! I am here! New Hampshire smash! It's over! I am here! It's over! I am here! Are you ready?
So with my buffed All Might, it's getting down to the wire, and I just got defeated. What I'm gonna do is take Tenya. Even though he's not buffed, his damage is flat, and this is why I say he's the most important unit for this mode. Because even without the buff, I'm going to be able to do a lot better. I know, because this is how I won the first time. So you want to make sure to dodge Nomu's attacks if possible. You know, a lot of them have these big areas that show you where he's going to hit, so just kind of dash around. Right, and the last fight is All Might. I honestly find All Might a little easier than Nomu, just because Nomu runs around a lot. All Might hits hard, but it's almost always in front of him, and he doesn't dash around quite as much. You know, he dives and does some different skills, but for the most part, he's a lot more stationary than Nomu. So you just want to stay behind him and avoid the big smashes and the rapid punches while you whittle away his HP.
Time for work.
So then you collect your credits for beating a boss, and that's that's how this mode works. Now, as you can see, I got, you know, much less than maximum scores here. The top one, you can get up to 6,000. But I'm still in the top 10 for now. That might go down. Tech week isn't really my week, but you know, it's not impossible to do well, and the rewards for the top 50 are still pretty good. So just do your best. Let's see. The way this works is, you know, you can see various amounts of points, but if you go down to the bottom, you have the bottom row is worth 1,000, top or middle is 2,000, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I got 2,500 on Bakugo, and had I tried lower, the max is 4,000. Maybe I could have gotten more. You know, the same with All Might and Nomu. So sometimes it's actually a good play to drop to a lower difficulty level. So keep that in mind too as you decide who you want to fight, and you can always punch up, right? So like if it's the most recent boss, I can fight the highest level of All Might, but not Nomu because I passed Nomu. So keep that in mind. It's okay to challenge a lower level boss, but that's pretty much it for this mode. These main types will change, and you know, you'll have a chance to play as all kinds of different characters. But for this assessment, that's it. So that's pretty much mock trial. Next time will be virtual battleground, and then this will repeat with different types. So I'll be back to talk about more modes and more details and stuff, but I look forward to seeing you next time.